Hey, this is Nick and Sarah, and we're here with our 1994 Chevy Astro van all-wheel drive. We spent the past couple weeks with the help of my brother doing a limited build on here, so now we have a bed and a kitchen area. And after many trips to Home Depot for wood and supplies, well, we're here to show you what we've come up with. During our research process, we watched a ton of videos and they were super helpful. So hopefully this video will help you all as well.
Let's go on a tour.
So this is what the van looks like when we're ready for sleep at night. The bed is lying on top of, if you come in here and take a look, this plywood that we cut in half and used a piano hinge right here in the middle to extend it all. But we're gonna take you through it and show you bit by bit how we start from first position, which still has the back bench in there. It was kind of important for us that we had the back bench in there and only took out the two middle captain seats because we want a nice functioning van otherwise when we're not on our van ventures. So here we go. We're gonna start from the very beginning and show you step by step how we get to this point. So this is what it looks like in first position with the back bench still up like that and our mattress stored in the back. You see, we don't have any visibility in this position, but haven't found that to be too big of a problem. This bed is a tri-fold full-size bed, so it fits in there nicely. And this is second position, which we're able to drive with as well. And this gives you a bit of visibility out of the back. As we said, we wanted to keep the back bench intact, fully functioning, so we kept it in here. So we wanted to figure out how can we have a bed system while keeping our back bench in. And this is what we came up with. We put a little string right here, pulls it from the back, and this comes down. Now, once this is down, this back storage and kitchen area is 1/3 of the bed. This part is 1/3 of the bed, and this is 1/3 of the bed. So these are the legs that are the support for the front side of the bed. If you see, we put magnets right here and washers on this side. That way they don't jingle and jangle around, just like that. And we put them on all of them. There are 4 of them, clearly. Just like that. And there's a handle right here that just helps you pull it all the way up. So to get this into actual bed position, we put a little handle in the corner, pull it up and over. And typically, I will come on in here. Here's where a little bit of a maneuver comes into play. Open up the legs just like that. Come on this side. Open up the legs here. And boom, you have a nice solid bed. Now, we cut out 6 holes in our 3/4 inch plywood because when you sleep in a bed over time, there's condensation and you don't want it to sink into your wood. You want a bit of ventilation. So that's why we cut out these 6 holes, and it also makes it a little bit lighter and more maneuverable. We cut out this piece right here to get past this seatbelt holder. It also had to make room for the latch that we need to pull to put down the bench. So as you see, there's a lot of manipulations and specificities you need to make to your van to fit your needs. But this is kind of what we needed to do, and we did this all along. We would do something and then realize, uh-oh, we can't get past this seatbelt holder. We gotta drill this out. And you're gonna notice that that happens a lot. And that's cool, it's fun. To connect our 2 pieces of plywood right here, we used a long piano hinge, and that seemed to do the job nicely, so you can lift it up and over. This piece of plywood is ratcheted down with these straps, with 3 straps, to the back bench. That gives it a really secure, snug fit, but it's not permanent. We can always take it off if we wanted to. And I'll show you how that works on this side over here. As you can see, these are the ratchet straps on this side, fitting nice and firmly. We put this extra piece of wood right here just as a bit of support as well, so it had something to actually ratchet it down on instead of just the bottom of the seat, which is fabric and pretty squishy. So that's pretty much it for the bed actually. Like I said, super minimal build, but very, very secure. When my wife and I and my dog sleep on this thing, we're not going anywhere. It is really secure. So I think we did a really good job with that. This is our kitchen slash storage space. So come on over and take a look at this. I'll show you what this piece of wood does in a moment. If you come on over here, you'll see we put a shelf right here, and this will be storage and that sort of thing. And the bottom is for our stove. This is where we keep our stove. And when we cook on our stove, we put it right here, sliding out for days. And that's where it rests, right on top of here. Why do we have this piece? Well, because we wanted a stove that comes all the way out, we've had to find a way to make sure that it's secure enough so the stove doesn't accidentally break these hinges. So we put that board underneath, and this opens just like that. And this would be our stove area. Simultaneously, we can open this drawer, and this becomes our sink area. We have just a plastic sink thing right here that has a drain in the middle, and we cut this piece out right here, and you'll see it's white as opposed to the wood color because we weather sealed it, and I bought white weather sealant instead of clear. So anyway, we ended up with a white drawer here, but this fits right in there. And then you can wash your dishes in here, cook over here, and you have yourself a nice little kitchen. And one benefit of having the sink area in the back like this is because when you take off that little plug, it drains, and clearly there's nothing underneath, so the water can just pour right out. The drawers right here are wide open space for storage, for anything you want, for cooking supplies, clothing, whatever you really need. These are nice big drawers that work right there for that. So building all of this stuff was a bit of a trial and error sort of process. As you can see, we have sliders on this side right here. We wanted them to obviously this drawer to come out of this cabinet area, and then another set of sliders for this piece to come out, and we did the same on this side. However, on this side, not only did we want sliders coming out of here, sliders coming out to make it this far, we wanted another sort of extension piece, and that's when these hinges came into play. This entire piece on top of another piece of plywood and drilled that into the van. I didn't want to have to keep drilling things into the van over and over on the sides, on the ground, because we still want it as a functional van as well as our camping van. So we put a piece of plywood on the carpet, drilled that into the van, and then placed our unit on top of that and drilled the unit into the plywood. So minimal drilling into the van. The same thing goes for the back seat as well. The reason I didn't drill this unit into the back seat is because that's gonna ruin it over time, clearly. So that's why we use the ratchet straps. So as you can see, this is a very minimal build. It's exactly what we wanted. We're not those people who have tons of money where we can have a giant Sprinter van with like an actual cooking stove situation and a bed that, you know, folds out of the roof, and that kind of thing isn't really our style, nor can we afford it, nor did we really want it. So we wanted a very minimal build that's inconspicuous when we're not using it for camping, and I think we got exactly that. In total, this only cost us a few $100s with the price of wood and screws and things like that, so didn't break the bank and still a fully functioning camper van setup. And honestly, my brother Matt is the mastermind and craftsman here. I was a pretty good sous chef, but we really have him to thank for all this. Okay, that is our van tour. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it helped. We're going to be doing other videos about what we actually bring on our journeys with us, because that's a whole other conversation in and of itself. All right.